Well, welcome everybody. I am pleased as I can be to introduce Gabriel Rutten. Raise your hand, Gabriel. You're the only other person here, so obviously you're Gabriel Rutten, who wrote the book Official EFT from A to Z. Actually, we co-authored it. All right. And I'm here to plug it. I'm here to tell you about it and make sure that you go off and get it. It's on Amazon. Was originally written in Dutch, which is your native language, right, Gabrielle?
It is, yes.
Okay. And so we had Alison Brock and Hella Gelling both assist you in translating it into English. And the beauty of this book, by the way, is the fact that it's written by an MD. You, Gabrielle, wrote the vast majority of this. And you wrote it from an MD's point of view. I'm not an MD. I've never had even a course in anatomy. And so your perspective on this really shines through here. And so I just wanted to make sure everybody was aware of it, knew about it. Why don't you talk a little bit about the writing of this book and why you did it and so on?
Yes. So, yes, I'm a former MD. I'm trained as a doctor. However, I've been using EFT for more than 20 years now. And so the whole first part of the book explains a bit of background, but also the background and the working mechanism of gold standard EFT tapping, and a whole chapter on optimal EFT. So that basically is, completely your work, I would say, even though I, took the time to write it down. It's based on your tutorial, on your lessons, on the optimal EFT course, as well as our conversation. So that's part one is absolutely, I'm really happy with part one. I'm also happy with part two, in which I explain all kinds of, symptoms, illnesses, diseases, problems from A to Z. So I have an example. I've chosen an example for each letter of the alphabet and explain what is it? How do you tackle this with EFT? So every letter has a little, EFT approach, little protocol of what do you do? What are the steps? How do you need to apply EFT to overcome these problems?
Well, what, for example, does A from A to Z stand for?
A is for anxiety.
Okay. Well, nobody has that.
I know. Which is a nice broad subject, as I was going to say, because fear, anxiety, worries is a major topic. So I was quite happy. It both worked for the Dutch language as well as the English language, because in Dutch it's angst, anxiety. Different from your angst, but so A for anxiety.
All right, and then so it goes to the alphabet. So it's basically, in a way, you could look at it. Gee, what kind of ailment do I have? And you're likely to find it or something very close to it right here in this book. Yes.
So there's a whole section that lists all the symptoms and diseases that we discuss, and all in all, it's more than 200 items. Not everything. We've chosen subjects that can easily be done with EFT as a self-help method, because that's what the book focuses on. So this book cannot explain how to use EFT for trauma and PTSD, and it's very successful and effective for these types of issues. But I wanted to focus the book on EFT as a self-help method, both gold standard EFT tapping as well as optimal EFT.
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
So all in all, it's available in both in paperback, in hardcover, which I like. This is
the hardcover here.
Yes. As well as the ebook, and you can find it on Amazon. Any Amazon has it. So
yeah. Okay. Well, hopefully Amazon now is going to get a bunch of orders, because more people are going to get this book and more people are going to expand their understanding, of EFT, which is what we're all about here. So, yay.
Exactly.